is up, everybody? We are. I know what you're thinking. If you just listen to our podcast, you're like, where the heck did you guys go? And if you just follow our Instagram, let's be honest, there was a little bit there where you're like, where'd you guys go? If you follow us on Twitter, we never left you. So my humor's been there because I've had time for at least like 30-second little like one hitter, just boom, boop, right in there, right?
Boom.
But we have been absolutely going through it, and
Yes.
Big Z more than I. So Big Z, update the people. What is new with Big Z? Bring them in. Let the people in, Big Z.
Well, for the you guys know, the followers, the real ones, they know that
Right.
baby number 2 was on the way, and we were preparing. Haley and I, all over, we were talking about it, getting the house ready, all that stuff, and we recorded the night before for you guys. I'm going to the hospital tomorrow. And then you didn't hear from me for about 3 weeks. And then I started doing my little funny shorts again on YouTube and Instagram. But yeah, baby number 2 is here. Cosette. Cosette is my daughter's name, my beautiful daughter. I'm so happy to have a beautiful daughter. Got one of each.
By the way. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
a lot of people ask me like, hey, is that from, like, do you guys like Les Mis? And I was like, you know what? I actually hate that movie. And I totally forgot that that's a character in that movie. But we just liked the name. Like, it was the same thing with Oliver. We didn't have like anyone we wanted to name, like at least their first names after.
Yeah.
And so like for the first names, we just went off lists. And Cosette just like kept standing out, you know, like through like the first 6 months of the pregnancy. And then that was it. Like, and then we started, you know, I started talking to Belly. Okay, Cosette.
Let it be random. Don't build up names to be like, I'm going to find the perfect name. So you just pick a name that you like Grayson. Right? I think I told you, right? Like we were watching Jurassic World. Like it was brand new when he was born. The year before he was born, it came out. So we went to see Jurassic World with Chris Pratt and oh my God, I just gabbed on her name. She's an incredible actress. I apologize, but one of the things they were saying was, I know, right? You're picturing her. If you're listening to this, you're picturing her. Yeah. She's amazing. She kills in that movie. She's like running in heels. You're like, how are you doing? It's insane. And her like screams. Her screams
totally makes sense.
Her screams are like
screeching.
But she's totally cool in that movie. Like she's like, if anybody who had an aunt like that would be like, we're totally getting along. Regardless, she's an incredible actor. Anything I've ever seen her in, she did great. Regardless, the younger son's name was Gray, and literally, like, there's one moment in the scene where, like, it's like, Gray can be so emotional. I'm like, that is a dope nickname. Like, what? Like, what is that? I look at you, I'm like, hey, what are you? Did you hear that? Like, did you hear that? And she's like, yeah, I heard that. I like that. I was like, oh, so we went with Grayson. Yeah, no, and literally, like, Jaden was like, I couldn't even tell you. I think it was a list. And we were like, Jaden sounds cool. I can call him Jay for the first. Like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah,
you know, so.
Yeah, Oliver was a list on the way back from Palm Springs. We were just literally naming off boy names for like the whole 4-hour drive. Like, oh, no, Todd, no, Thomas, no.
But are you going to be cool when people start calling him Ollie? Like, are you going to
everyone calls him Ollie. Oh, yeah, totally. Okay. Yeah, that's a preferred nickname. We have Ollie, All, King Oliver.
I have
the mayor. That's a good one.
I have a buddy who like, he has a daughter that he is like not accepting of like half the nicknames the name leads to. I'm like, no, see, then don't pick that name. You like whatever name you can make, then that's you roll the dice. Like you cannot tell people.
So Cosette, the big one right now is Cozy.
Oh, dude, Cozy's cute.
But we had already thought of that one. Like, oh, that's so cute. Like she can be called Cozy, and people have already called her Cozy, and so it's cool. The cool thing with this name is Cosette is in the movie. If you follow Les Mis, it's Cossette. But I was like, that sounds like Cossette in my like just phonetically, like that's what it looks like.
I agree.
And so I was like, you have to make it a Z and Z for Zach, Big Z too. So I'm there. I am in her first name.
That when I come over and I ruin the name by calling her Zeddy, then
don't.
You know,
Zeddy.
Zeddy. She's gonna be a hockey player, dude. That's the most hockey nickname ever.
Zeddy.
I would never call her that. Honestly, I love her name. I'm probably just gonna call her Cosette. Like I'm gonna work on pronouncing it, but I love her name. Like
Cosette. Yeah.
As soon as you said it, I was like, I like this name so much. I'm a big, you know me. I'm big on nicknames.
Yes,
everyone gets nicknames. I love the name. It's like Arwen. I don't call Arwen anything other than Arwen. Like she is Arwen. I've never called her Ari.
I don't even call her Cozy.
Never called her. Right.
Yeah,
and I don't mind it. I've heard people call her Ari, and I've heard people call her Winnie, and I'm like, that's really cute.
Yeah.
Arwen. Every time it's Arwen, and Cosette is there for me. That is Cosette.
That makes me feel good.
Hit me one more time.
Cosette.
Hard
with a Z.
Cosette.
Yeah, Cosette. Yeah, because if it was an S, if it's Cosette, it would be Cossette. It looks like Cossette if it's an S.
I don't think I'm going to bring it. I think it's going to be Cosette. I mean, it's going to be a game time call when I finally meet her. I was supposed to meet her already, but I was a terrible friend.
No,
I did. We did.
You were not a terrible friend. You had baseball.
Terrible friend. We had a board meeting, and it was like a big one
for baseball. Yeah. So
all the time.
No, dude, you still came through, bro. You delivered at BJ's. You got the best. So good. Such a good pizza.
If you haven't been to BJ's, it's delicious.
I think with Oliver, you guys brought us BJ's too. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You and Danielle? Yeah.
But it's like what's funny about BJ's is I feel like it's legitimately, it's not something that you ever think about it. But then when
I rarely go there. I rarely go there.
Like the beer's good, the pizza's fantastic.
Yes.
Why don't I come here more?
I know. I remember, with Oliver, you brought us the pizza and all that, and then you just brought like a thing of margarita, a big pitcher, because it was during COVID times.
During COVID, that's right.
And so they would sell that stuff to go. Like the restaurants were able to do that.
It was amazing.
And so, you brought that over, and I was just like, this is sick. Yes.
That was a good night. That was a great night. That was a great night. But I love the Cosette. I love the name. I love it. But obviously, you've been going through it, man. You've been going through it. Let's talk some baseball, and then we'll get into the baby, and we'll just jump right into it. So baseball's been going insane. We got rained out. We had to replace games. Last time we met, things were not going as well, and I was kind of like, I was like, hey, the kids are battling. It's not going our way. Whatever. Since then, we are now competing. We're tied for second place. The boys have completely turned. It's exactly what I was talking about when we were sitting here on the podcast saying, like, look, if you coach the right way, if you make it not about winning, but you make it about competing. And I said on the podcast, there's a lot of guys out there that are going to say like, oh, he's lame. He's not about winning. I love winning. And the kids know I love winning, and they love winning. But what I tell them is it's all about the competition. It's all about the competition. And what that means to me in life, when we're looking at these kids and we're trying, obviously the point of any coach in Little League or whatever sport is not to get them to win. That's not your point. And if that is your point, quit tomorrow, please.
Yeah.
The point is to prepare these young men for the world, right? You are a piece of that. You are a piece of that pie, preparing them for the great big world, because the chances are, what is it? Less than 0.01% are going to become athletes.
Yeah. Less than
not even one kid on our team is going to become a professional athlete. That maybe by the grace of God, we could have one.
Right.
The point is to raise these young men to be exactly that, good, strong young men.
Totally.
And that to me is why it's not about winning. And that's what people need to, because you're not always going to win. You and me have been there. We've been up for a promotion that we deserved. We earned it. We did everything we needed to do to win in that moment, and we lost. And if it was all about winning, we'd quit. We'd quit, like so many have before us. But that's not what it's about. It's about competing. It's about the battle. It's about enjoying the process. Like if you learn, I'm competing. I did everything I possibly could, and guess what? I didn't get it. Right or wrong, I didn't get it, but I put my best foot forward. I did everything I could do. And that's what I'm about with these kids. I'm like, hey guys, I tell them, and what I tell them all the time, if you put yourselves in a position, if you compete every single play, you're locked in every single play. We're doing little things every single play. Whether we win or lose, we can walk off this field with our head held high.
Yeah, I feel good.
We know we did everything we could do. And sometimes it doesn't go your way. In fact, like 3 games ago, we out-hit our opponent by a lot. But just like every third hit, when we had like guys on base, it just went right to somebody. It wasn't that it was a bad hit. It wasn't that we did anything wrong. It didn't go our way. And if it was all about winning, the kids would have walked off the field looking like a bunch of losers, right? Because that's when you make it all about winning, that's how they're going to feel. But that's not what it's about for us. And so when the kids walked off, I was like, hey guys, we battled. I'm so proud of you boys. You guys should feel great. And they were happy, because kids forget in 2 seconds if they won or lost anyway. As soon as they grab their snacks at the snack bar and they're talking with their buddy.
Right, exactly, bro.
But they're learning to compete. And so that has gone so much better, so much better. I am happy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy we're winning some games. I told you,
of course. I mean, you're sending us into those chats, man. You're like, you're so proud. You're so proud. You can tell.
I'm so proud of just the whole team has been incredible. One of my kids, Benji, has been catching, pitching for me. He's amazing. Some of the more timid kids on the team that in times past have maybe just like looked a little nervous. We had a really fun practice on Friday, as a matter of fact, where I sent a message to the coach and said, look, we're absolutely going to work on the form and the fundamentals of hitting, but at the same time, if they're not having fun, they're not going to hit. So let's focus on getting them to hit. Let's get them focused getting them just to have fun. Let's just get out there and have fun. Exactly, so we had a practice where like literally I made them do like a thing. It's like it doesn't matter what it is, like shimmy when you get in the box or touch your toes or write your initials, whatever it is, just do something to reset, just so you're having fun in the box so that we can get some hits. And the kids they're just having a blast with it too. They're having such a blast with it. So we're looking forward to next game. But yeah, man, that has been going well. It's been crazy busy. The pools have been kicking my butt. Those of you who, again, the real ones, I am a pool man. I have my own pool business. It has been insane this year. So January, we got hit with those insane winds, which led right into filter cleans, which like it felt like we finally caught up, right? But see, you don't realize it because like January, the winds hit. So by the end of February, we got all the crap out of the pools, right? So in February and March, now you're cleaning all the filters, you're getting everything unclogged, right? And then guess what month we're in? We're in April. And now all of a sudden, the summer is coming.
Summer's coming. Now you got to get them ready.
Now we need to get the filter cleans and the algaecide. So
pretty.
It is really nice, though, to find out because, summer, like I've already gotten hit up like a dozen times. So what's really nice about it is I'm finding out who my customers I don't want anymore are right now because they're like, wait, you just charged me for this. I'm like, did you not see your pool in January? Like, I shouldn't have to explain to you. Like, and I will. I'll be like, well, clean that filter because of the winds. Now, here's your algaecide, which we get every year. This is not new. This is not secret. And then we're going to clean your filter again. So if you don't want to do that, just tell me that right now because let's not waste each other's time. Like, that's fine, but let's not waste each other's time. Like, I'm a pool man who offers premier service. I keep your pool pretty crystal blue. Like, I do. A lot of guys charge for, like, different, like, cleanings, like when they add, like, phosphates. I don't. I include that in my filter. I'll give you a phosphate treatment, vacuum you up, clean your filter, $100. Why? Because you're already my customer. I already have your monthly high enough. I'm already charging you for the algaecide. I'm charging you this up front. Yeah, so I mean, it's all good things. We get new pools for some of the people, but it's all good. Big Z, you know what?
Yeah, bro.
Let's get into you, man. I mean, you got so much going on. New baby, not even that old of a baby, right? And all of them.
I know.
So I mean, it's got to be a crazy adjustment over there.
Yeah, they say 2 under 2 is hard. I don't know. I feel like I much would have rather had the second baby when Oliver was like 2. Like they say terrible 2s is bad. But like I feel like 3 is a lot worse than 2 because like they have an opinion now. Like they have thoughts and feelings and emotions, right? Like at 2 years old, like they didn't really have that. Like now Oliver has that at 3. And he's like he's very sharp too. So like I feel like he has it more than a lot of other kids at this age. And so like that's been a tough thing, I feel like with Oliver. Like Cosette, like she's like an angel, like a sweet little angel. She's pretty chill compared to like how Oliver was when a baby because he was so big. Like he was just always hungry and just like rah, rah, feed me. With Cosette, like she was a little smaller, and so like, but she's cool. She chills. Her eyes are open now. She's really alert. But yeah, I think the biggest adjustment that we've had to have is Oliver and like him, me, Haley, just like learning how to live life on. Like I've told you this, like on his schedule, and yet you still have to be on like the baby's schedule, like because the baby cannot take care of herself, right? Like you have to be with the baby. Like Oliver can kind of be a little self-sufficient, but like he's not there where he can just play by himself for an hour. Like you have to constantly like give him that attention as well. So like I think that's been the adjustment. What was it like? I think it was maybe the first or second day we brought the baby home. And Oliver's testing limits right now, and so like he loves his sister, but there was just times like poke her or like pinch her or something, and or he just doesn't listen to me or to Haley or whatever.
Right.
And there was this one point, and like it was just everything, like the baby's crying, Oliver's just blah blah blah, and I looked at Oliver and I was like, Oliver, look at me. Like I was trying to like connect with him and like just it's okay. Like I know you're frustrated. Like I was trying to tell him, and like he just would not have it. Like he was just not there. Like he was just, nope. Like I can't do this right now. Like, and dude, and I'm not a crier. I'm not a crier. And Haley was there. The baby obviously can't really understand what I'm doing, but like Haley's probably seen me cry like once or twice in my life. We've been together 10 years. And I just like started crying because first off, I'm overtired. We're all overtired. We're so stimulated. Like there's so much going on. And then I also I was empathizing with Oliver. Like this dude is going through it. Like he is probably so frustrated because his world, like he doesn't know, like it's such a good thing what's happened. But like he doesn't realize it yet. And to him, his world has been turned upside down. And so like in that moment, I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for him on top of all these other things that like we're feeling, the tiredness and all the emotions. But like, I just can't connect with him right now. And it just like, man, it was just so overwhelming. And it just like, cheers. I was like, oh my God, it was crazy, dude. And so like dealing with things like that. And, as a parent, it's crazy. Like you put you last. Right. And it's like, it's just the kids, And so like, yeah, we're learning, how to kind of cope with that right now. And we're doing good. We're doing really good. We're in that first, she'll be 5 weeks old tomorrow. And so, and any other parent who's listening to this like you're in just straight survival mode, I think, for the first month or 2 months. And like you are, and that's not to say that, like of course you love your kids, right? Like you love them to death. But like, you're just learning how to cope with that and how to you're kind of learning how to live life, relearn how to live life. Right. And so, and just like, this is like the new norm. Cause like with Oliver, like when he was young, like that first, you're like, oh my gosh, like when is it going to get better? And then it gets better. And then it's 3 years later and like you're in your routines and it's going to be the same exact thing. But yeah, man, it's right now we're just going through it a little bit. I just went back to work. So that's even another adjustment on top of that. Oof. But I mean, again, like we're so lucky that she's so chill because like most of the time, for like, she'll have her moments, if she's really hungry or something. Right. But like, she's a really cool, chill baby. Like I love that I have my little princess. And so like that's really cool. And she's alert now, which is great. Like her eyes are blue. Her blue eyes are like these jewels. Yeah. And like, that's like the one thing, like Haley's like, I hope she has blue eyes because I have blue eyes, and Oliver had brown eyes. And like, I really hope that she gets these blue eyes like me. And she did. And I was like, that was cool. That was a little nod to her. Like God was like, here you go. Here's the little gift for you. Yeah. So yeah, man. But like overall, she's healthy, like blessed with that. And we have family and friends. And like, we've been so blessed with meals, bro. Like we're still getting meals from, our church signed us up for, like, we had our friends do a meal train. Like you were helped out with that. You gave us some stuff, and then our church signed us up for a meal train too. And so like, we're going to be getting meals like up until she's like 2 months old, which is like not every night, but it's a couple nights a week, but it helps out so much. So like, so many blessings, like, in this time, like and it's really cool to see, community and family come together and friends.
Community is so important.
Yeah,
community
man,
is so important. Like when you're going through it, kids are, they're obviously awesome. I remember like one of my buddies got married recently, and like, we were at his wedding. It was super fun. His wife's pregnant now, and it's just awesome things, right? But when he asked me, like I was sort of the first guy through, right? Like I had my first kid at 24, which is like, especially in today's age, it's extremely young, right? It's really, really young. And then obviously we went back. Arwen is now, we were like, I was 34, I think, when she was born. And so, it's one of those things that when people are asking you, it's like, it's incredible. Like I would never, ever go back and not have my kids. Never, ever, ever. Like they are the most important things to me. I love them so much. They're absolutely incredible. And yet in the same breath, telling them like they are also the hardest thing you will ever do.
People don't tell you
because they are the worst and the best parts of you. Like they are the best parts. Like there's moments where they are just absolutely incredible, that like we've talked about it before on this podcast. Moments with Jaden telling me that I'm his hero and stuff. Like it's like wow, like, that was really.
I know
really
it
cool.
hits you hard. Yeah,
that was really cool. Like I love you so much. And then there's also moments where like exactly you just said, you're like looking at your kid, you're like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what are you even doing? Like, in what world did you think that this was a good idea? And so it's one of those things that I feel like, especially when kids are young, and this is not like, I don't want to be like, I know there's like a whole movement out there that tries to like segregate and say like men versus women or whatever. Like that is not, I love my wife. She's my best friend, hands down. She's incredible. She's the better half in every way, shape, and form. So I don't want anybody to misconstrue what I'm about to say as that. I want to start there. She is better than me in every way. She's incredible. I'm so lucky to have her. I'm so blessed. Now, moving aside from that, right? I feel like having kids is extremely difficult because you're seeing them do all this, right? They just produce this life, right? Like they carried the baby for 9 months and they did all the work, all of the work, not some of, all of the work in the labor room. They did it all. And then we sort of sit there and we're exhausted and we're tired. And maybe she's been a little bit mean to me because maybe the hormones were a little bit off. Well, you can't talk to anybody about that. And then if you have other kids, they're draining you. So you're getting drained from here and you're getting drained from here and you're working, you're getting drained from here. And obviously you can't complain because that's not, she's the one going through it, and rightfully so on some level. But at the same time, like you and I have been talking, I think that has been such a great thing for our friendship. I mean, being able to say, like, no, dude, this does suck for you. And I just want to say, like, if you're a dude out there listening to this podcast, like, and you just had a young baby, and it's like, dude, I feel like such a weenie for like wanting to complain or like admitting that this is hard. It is hard. It's hard, and it's not that way for everybody. Some guy, like I was super, like honestly for me, it was hard. But Danielle is such a champion that she just got in there and just did stuff. I was like, God, you're amazing. Like how you wrote the book on having children. This is insane. But like there are guys out there that probably feel like, man, this is hard. Like, can I complain about this? Like, yes, 100%, dude. Like find a friend, find a buddy, get that frustration out of there. Like
I don't even think it's complaining, dude. I don't even think it's complaining or venting. It's just you're just talking.
Just talk it out.
And you're tired, man. Like it's okay. Like, but that also shows that you're a dedicated father and a dedicated husband. Like you're putting in the time and the effort to make sure that everyone is taken care of. And it's emotionally draining sometimes and physically draining sometimes, like depending on what's going on. And that's okay. That's totally fine. And like Haley's cool about it too. Like Haley will acknowledge, like she'll thank me like for putting in extra help, around the house doing certain things. And she acknowledges that. And like that gets me through things, but yeah, as a guy, as a dad, I don't even think it's complaining. I think it's just like, you're just feeling things, and like, you just have to talk about it sometimes. Like, you cannot keep that stuff in.
But also like, don't be afraid to, and I think that's one of those things like I have a buddy, Jason, I have you, but like every once in a while, I was like, I'm going to say something here because I'm real mad and I shouldn't be. And I've literally said that. I am so mad and I have no right to be. Here's what I'm mad about. I'm going to get it out in the universe so that I can let it go because I'm pissed. Like I wish I wasn't. I wish I was more emotionally mature. I wish I was a better husband. I wish I was whatever that thing is. I wish I was a better father, whatever it is. And I've told you before. I've said those exact like, dude, I'm just going to say this, and I'm not right. I'm wrong, but I just need to get it out. Like it's not going to help me to hold it in because at some point I'm going to have to go coach, and I'm going to have to take them to get a haircut, and I'm going to have to take them to eat, and I'm going to have to do all these things. And there's no benefit in me holding on to this. So I think
you don't want to take that with you. Right.
So yes, it is conversation, but also too, like, dude, find that guy, find that bro that you can like, hey, dude, like,
I can be your bro.
Test.
We can be the dads, like
come throw it in our chat.
Come comment with us, DM us, dude. Like, come on, we'd love to have you on the podcast. Like, that's what we're here for, Like, what you guys kind of see, like, we've changed our branding a little bit. We just want to connect with dads, and like, I think that's so powerful, and like, it's not something that this world kind of like celebrates too much, like a dad being a dad. And so like, and I think that us doing this is just kind of, we're just celebrating who we are, as parents, as dads, as bros. And it's cool. And we just want to connect with others, by doing this. And so
we're still talking sports. Like I'm watching.
Yeah, of course. But like
it's a part of our life. That's all. That's
exactly.
all.
We love it. We love it. That's how we became friends. sports.
Right. No, and we'll
Yeah.
still talk sports. We'll still talk some World Series. We'll still talk, we'll talk some draft stuff as like we've moved through, the NFL. But it's one of those things that we just want to make sure that we're providing a place that we told you from the very beginning with this podcast, we're going to be us. This is us. This is me and Big Z. This is who we are. And so if you want to go on this journey with us, man, we have some young kids. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to be. We're going to talk some sports. We're going to talk some dad stuff. With your mom, hopefully you can hang out. Maybe we'll have our wives on a couple times. That'd be cool.
I love it. Because the wives, they do a lot. They do a lot.
They carry the shit.
Yeah, they do.
I mean? So they
Hall of Famer.
You have a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Great.
But your wife wrote the book on how to be a mom, and I got a Hall of Famer. So we got some badass wives, bro.
Her patience is like, it astounds me every day. There's things where Danielle would look at them and be like, "So when you did that, what did you think?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm gonna knock you out." Like,
it's because she's a teacher, bro. Because she's a teacher. Hey, same thing with Haley.
That's a joke. Because one of the books on YouTube is broken. I would never harm my child.
Well, of course, yeah. But like Danielle and Haley, they're both teachers. So Haley's been a preschool teacher. Like she had like 12 3-year-olds in her room.
Right.
Danielle's like done kindergarten.
Right.
First grade. Yeah, multiple grades. So like it's just like ingrained in them, like to have patience for little kids. And sometimes you're like, I did the same thing with Oliver. Like, why did you do that? Like I literally told you not to do that, and you just turned around and you kicked the ball over the fence, and he's just like, and then she's like, Zach, this is how you approach.
You know what? I will say
she just twists the words a little bit, and then he's like, "Oh, okay." Yeah. I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
I mean, also too, there is such a difference between there's such a big difference between boys and girls too. Like just on a purely like child level, like you really do see, like my sons are so different. They are so different than Arwen was. Like Arwen is so intentional. Like she is so like, and I'm not gonna say this is for everybody. This is my experience. This is what I'm going off of. Arwen is so intentional. Like she will look at you and wait until you look at her, and then now she'll do whatever she was gonna do. The boys were just like, like Grayson, put your clothes on. What are you doing, Jaden? What? Why is your shirt off? Like what? We're at the park.
Yeah.
What is happening? Right. Like they're just screaming around. And Arwen's like looking at me like, are you watching me go up the stairs? Are you watching me go down the slide? Are you watching me? And the boys were just like, whoa, where are my parents? Oh, now I'm scared. Now I'm terrified. And all of a sudden I'm screaming. Like, what the heck, dude? Like, I'm standing right here. But it's such a trip. It's such a trip. Some of the differences.
Oh, man.
But you're going through it. You are in the hard. I stand by it. I mean, I don't know, because and maybe somebody listening to this, if you have older kids, be like, no, dude, you guys don't even, when they get to 14, it's going to be.
That's what they say. That's what they say, bro.
So let us know.
But it's just different. It's a different hard. It's a different hard. Because there's other influences that come into their life. That's not you.
We're gonna become nuns. Or what are those people that live out and like have the wheel, like they have the horses and the carriages? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Hermits? No.
Oh God, dude, come on. Oh, by the way, Bryce Dallas Howard. I'm showing her respect. That is the actress from the Jurassic World. So I wanted to do that. And then he's Googling whatever that is called. By the way, speaking of sports, Golden State.
Nomads?
What? No.
Nomads?
No.
People who move from place to place without a fixed residence?
No. They like live in like, what is it, like Minnesota. And they have like horse-drawn carriages and they would say no to technology.
Oh. Group of people.
Yeah. But the Golden State Warriors just won. So they have a 3-1 series lead.
Oh, really? Did they?
Yeah, this is nuts. Every year you think the Golden State Warriors at some point are going to be.
I know, bro.
And then every year it's like they're on the brink. This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, I mean, the Rockets had a chance to do it, to win it. Van Fleet got the shot off, bricked it.
Jimmy, I mean, they lost. They should have won Game 3 without Jimmy buckets there.
They should have. That was the game.
Yeah. And they had the game too. They had it in hand and they blew it. Just like the Lakers had yesterday in hand, and they blew that too. They didn't sub out in the whole second half. I did.
Just like the Kings had it. The Kings were up 3-1.
Yeah.
The Oilers. You know what the funny part about
both games they lost. They had they were lead late.
Dude, you know what? The funny thing about being a Kings fan, like, if this is like the people who've been with the Kings for like years, is that like when the third period came out, I looked at the and I said, we lost. And she's like, what? I was like, we're playing like the Kings of old. Like, I never thought for years, the Kings would win the Stanley Cup. Like in 2012 when they did it, and then 2014 when they did it, it was like, whoa, like look at us. We won 2 Stanley Cups. Because this is what they do. Like, I watched them choke for years. So my normalcy with the Kings is them choking. So as soon as they came out and didn't have any interest in playing offense for the entire third period, it was like, we lost. Like, this is done. Chalk it up. Hey, you know what? And here's the best part. As a Kings fan, I was not deterred. I was like, okay, it's 2-2. We did what we were supposed to do. They did what they were supposed to do. Let's go home, win at home, and they'll win here, and then we'll win at home. Because I never said Kings in like 5 or 6. I said the Kings in 7. This was going to be hard-fought victory. So
yeah, dude.
Here we are.
And this is the Oilers. Like, the Oilers do not want to lose against. Like, they want to like say, we just keep beating you every single time we face you, and you got to get this one off our back. You know, as a Kings.
Far more surprising is the Lakers. Far more surprising to me is the Lakers. That is far more surprising to me.
I
thought
that is JJ Redick being a rookie coach. And JJ Redick, to be fair, has done great in his first season. He has exceeded my expectations, and I think 100%. A lot of Laker fan expectations. 100%. But yesterday, not subbing out any of your players in the whole second half against a very young Minnesota Timberwolves team with Ant being playoff Ant. Like, you can use like playoff Jimmy. Now there's playoff Ant. I feel like he definitely elevates his game. And for you to just play, like, you have an old team. You have a 40-year-old LeBron. Like, he's your best or your second best player. And for you not to even give them 2 minutes of rest in the second half was it's just ludicrous. It's such a silly move. That's a rookie mistake. And it costs them.
Get Don Connect in there for like a play.
That is why you drafted him with the 17th pick. I saw someone talking about it today. He can't play a lick of defense, but he for sure could score the hell out of basketball. And if he hits 1 or 2 threes, they win that game. Right. Because the rest of the team isn't playing defense anyways. It doesn't matter.
It's not it. Like, this is what I was talking to Jason about. And to Jason's credit, he did defend Austin Reeves through and through. But I was like, well, Austin Reeves playing how he is right now, he's also not good at defense, and he's missing a lot of shots.
Right.
So he's also not stopping anybody. It's not like he's elite defensively. At this point, like, I'm not saying career wise. Jason corrected me. He's like, no, Austin Reeves has a chance to be an all-star. He went off on this whole big long thing. I was like, you're probably right. You watch way more basketball than I do. Having said that, just from what I'm watching right now, I'm like, look, how Reeves is playing right now currently, give Connect a shot. Like, it's not like Reeves is sticking with Ant. So at least give him a shot. At least Reeves is tall. Maybe he blocks one. I don't know.
Well, yeah, well, let Connect play for 5 minutes and let Reeves at least reset on the bench for 5 minutes. Like, you gotta do something. You got to change up the rotation. You can't play with a rotation of 5 men in the playoffs. It's just not plausible. Right. It's not. Come on. Yeah, it's frustrating, man. It's come on, son. Jeez, come on. NBA playoffs, though, I think as a whole are pretty successful. Besides the OKC Memphis series. But other than that, all the games have been really competitive, which has been a nice surprise, actually, to me. Pleasant.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I think hockey is the same way. I don't think there's a single sweep. There's no sweeps.
Yeah.
There are some people that are ahead, but there's no sweeps in hockey. Everybody's being competitive. Everybody's battling. Everybody's fighting tooth and nail.
Yeah.
So
it's very even, it seems like. So, which is really cool.
The playoffs are going off right now, man.
I know, man. I love it. It's something, I'm up in the middle of the night, I got something to watch. Like, all these highlights are like, there's always a game on, whatever sport it is. I love the first round. I love the first 2 rounds because there's always something on. When you get into the conference finals for both sports, then you have, off nights, and it's like, this sucks. You have to wait. Right. That's why I love baseball, because there's rarely ever off days, even in the playoffs. The only off day is the travel day. So it's fun right now, man.
That's funny.
It's good.
The Western Conference in hockey is all 2-2 or 3-2.
Wow.
And the Eastern Conference is all 3-1. So Eastern Conference needs to step it up. That's insane. That's kind of crazy. But
Panthers 3-1. Let's go.
3-1. Panthers. Big Z's Panthers. Have you put on your Chuck jersey yet? Have you done it?
Not yet, bro. You have to wait till they get to the conference semi or the conference finals or the finals.
Then you don it.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. What if they play the Kings? I don't know.
You got to go Kings. I mean, you got to go Kings.
Yeah, I got to go Kings. I can't wear my Chuck jersey if they're
All right, real
going
quick,
against
NBA,
the Kings.
just because we have to do it at some point. Lakers Timberwolves are so three. These are the 3-1 series. Lakers Timberwolves, Rockets Warriors, Pacers Bucks, Knicks Pistons, and the Celtics and the Magic. Who's got the best chance to come back from down 3-1?
This is. I'll go my homer take first. I think the Lakers. I do think that they are the overall better team than the Timberwolves, but I just don't. Yeah, they have a chance. I think on paper. I do think the Pistons actually have a shot. Yesterday they should have won games 1, and I think they should have won all the games in that series. And yesterday they had a shot to tie it, and they were fouled, and it wasn't called. And then the refs came out after the game and they said, "Yeah, we missed a call." And like he would have won the game with the free throws. It doesn't. It's like, why don't even tell me that?
Yeah, just hold on to it. Just keep that down.
So I do think the Pistons have outplayed the Knicks for 80% of the time of the minutes played in that series. So I do think they have a legitimate shot of coming back. If I'm going to take the Lakers out of it, I think it's the Pistons beating the Knicks.
I love it. I love it. Very good.
I love Detroit. I love that the Pistons are back in the playoffs.
I was going to say the Lakers just because
Detroit basketball, bro.
There you go.
You're going to say the Lakers? Yeah. Well, I mean, on paper, the Lakers, yes. They have the best shot, but are they going to play? Like when LeBron can't inbound the ball with 13 seconds left and just throws it away to the other team, like, come on, bro. Come on, dude. You don't deserve to win.
I think if your team is down 3-1, it's probably over. That's probably
in basketball. It's very. I mean, in any sport, it's hard. But in basketball, it's really hard to come back down 3-1. It is. Yeah.
What
do you think of the draft, though, bro? I mean,
it's going to be unavoidable. We're talking sports, people. Just hang out. We're starting with draft stuff. We'll land on sports inevitably.
Yeah. How was the draft? What do you think of the draft, man?
The draft, I was pleasantly surprised. I was pleasantly surprised that the Raiders actually did what they needed to do. Let me just say, shout out. I'm not a Raider fan by any stretch of the imagination at all. Shout out to the Raiders fans. Your team,
Tom Brady, bro,
did it. Like your team finally took the guy. Like literally, I was sitting there watching the draft, and I was nervous for them. Like they're gonna find a way to not take Genty, but then they did, and I was like, you know what? Kudos to you. I'll go on record right now. I think Cam Ward is not going to be great in the NFL. I think he's not a number 1 pick. I don't think there was a single quarterback that was first rounder. I think. Let me just say this: the hot start was Shedeur Sanders. Obviously, that he fell like blah blah. Oh my god, I can't believe he fell. I didn't think there was a single first round quarterback in this draft.
There wasn't.
So, to me, it wasn't a surprise when Shedeur fell as far as he did. Should he have fallen as far as he did? We know how the NFL feels about extra attention, right? Everybody's saying like, oh, is this or that? Stop it. Tebow went through the same thing. The guy won a playoff game, turned the Broncos around, and then could not find a home. No one else gave him a shot because all the stuff that went around with Tebow mania, right? Aaron Rodgers. Is Aaron Rodgers worse than the 32 other quarterbacks in the league right now? No. Of course he's not. But he's having an issue finding a home. NFL teams don't like the attention. It's point blank. It's that easy. I'm not here for Mel Kiper saying this guy's been singled out and how could they do this? The NFL has made this very, very clear. It's been very, very clear, right? Whether you're whatever side you're on, right? This is a point that's sort of like it goes across the aisle, right? Yeah. You have Colin Kaepernick, you have Tim Tebow, right? Two polar opposite figures. Neither could find a team, right? Both had some miniature success in the playoffs. I'm not trying to compare their careers. I'm just saying at face value, neither can find a team. Aaron Rodgers, who's had a lot more success than both of those guys in the playoffs, he can't find a team, right? NFL teams don't like the attention. And when your dad is Sanders saying you're going to be the next big thing, it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. Even though I will say, I'm not going to lie to you, I think Shedeur is going to be fine. I do. And I think where he went is an insane value. I think the Browns, when they picked him where they did, I was like, this was the right move. This is 100% the best thing to happen to Shedeur because he had to eat a little bit of humble pie, right? He had to. And now he's going to come out and he's going to work hard. And if you want to talk about quarterbacks who did it, the fact that he turned out Colorado around without an offensive line is insane to me. What he was able to do. Colorado did not have a single offensive lineman. Not one. They were bad. They were bad. All of them were bad. Okay? And he still was able to do what he did. So I think Shador is going to be fine. I think if you're a Shador fan and you're listening to this podcast, like, I can't believe that you guys are not just as enraged as I am. This was arguably for me, this is best case scenario. Because
and
now
he has no pressure.
His dad's got to chill out. There's no pressure, and he can just ball out.
Right.
What do you think?
I mean, he has a chance to win that quarterback battle. I think.
Joe Flacco. He'll be the starter.
Even the Oregon guy they took in front of him, it's like Shador's better than the Oregon guy that they took in front of him for sure.
I like 100%. Oregon quarterbacks. Everybody on it. If you're a real fan, you know I like. I loved Herbert coming out. I love me some Bo Nix. Bo Nix is my boy. It's my dynasty quarterback. Shout outs to my boy Bo Nix. Gabriel's not. He's not going to be. He's fine. Not. He's fine. Yeah. Could he be like Andy Dalton? Sure. Yeah. Could he have a decent career and like get you around 500? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But if when you're drafting, when you're looking for kids, I think Shador does have the intangibles and the headspace to be really good in the NFL.
Yeah, he just has to put the work in. I think that's the thing. He has to put the work. He's not going to come in and just start winning games by pure talent, right?
None of this.
And like,
I thought your teammate.
Exactly. And I think you said it perfectly. Like he had to go through this. He had to have his slice of humble pie.
Yes.
Because no one else was giving it to him. And the NFL was like, yeah, stop. We're not the NBA. We're going to make you pay for that. So it's not about you. It's about the team and the organization and the league. It's not about player first here. And man, I think that's great. Like Dion was able to do that because he was so good, right? And people couldn't pass on that talent. But he does not have that pure talent like his dad did. And he found out the hard way. But like you said, I think it's a great spot. There's no pressure. It's cheap for the Browns. Like if it doesn't work out, whatever. I think it was a great draft. I think Green Bay hosting it did a really good job. I think they did. It was really cool just to see how the whole city came to life, and just to see like the Packer Stadium and all that stuff. It was really cool. It was one of the best drafts I think that I can remember.
Real quick, because we're obsessed with sports, I immediately changed the game from the NBA to the only other thing that was on, which is Dodgers. Dodgers walked it off in the 10th inning.
Of course,
off small ball. So they're finding ways to win. Good job, Dodgers. I'm a Dodgers fan.
There it is.
I don't apologize for that.
We're huge Dodgers fans.
I'll also say, just real quick, come back to the NFL. Colson Loveland. If you're the Bears, he can. Here's the one thing I'll say: Loveland can block, right? So that's great. It's great for you. Loveland can block. Cole Kmet is a good tight end. I do not understand their hatred for Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet is a good tight end in the NFL. He makes great plays. He runs great routes.
They took him over Warren, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like if you're going to take a tight end, and shun Kmet as the second tight end 2, you should take Tyler Warren.
If you're gonna go random, like if you're gonna go that route, go get an offensive lineman.
Right. Exactly.
Or
something. Defensive lineman. They did get a lot of offensive linemen in free agency. So that was, get someone else, get another position. Right. Is what you're saying.
Right.
And
you have Cole Kmet. You're good. You're good there.
Exactly. Yeah. He's totally fine. Fine. Especially with all the other weapons you have, like he's going to produce in that offense.
The only way that I'm going to like give you credit is when like the Raiders, I roasted them a little bit because they had a decent tight end in Myers and they went out and got Goddard and Goddard shut me up. But that's what you need to do. If you're going to do this move, if you're going to go get this tight end with Cole Kmet already there, now the pressure for what? Oh man, I just gapped on his name. What's
the Bears?
The Bears.
Williams.
Loveland. Now the expectation for Loveland is you better ball out, dude.
Right. Yeah.
You better figure out. Tight end is not an easy position. People forget because of what? Not Goddard. I'm so sorry. Not Goddard. Your boy. Your dynasty tight end. Bowers. Thank you. Sorry. So sorry. What Brock Bowers did is it's not the norm. It's really hard to be a tight end in the NFL because of all the schemes that they are a part of. They're not just a part of the passing packages. They're part of the running packages, passing package. They're part of all the packages. Where a receiver is like, hey, dude, when we start off with blue, go ahead and turn the lights out, run your little motion or whatever, and then block somebody. Like that. That's all you got to do.
You want to see a real tight end? You want to see tight end play to like the optimal position? experience, watch George Kittle. Watch tape on George Kittle. He, I think, is the all-around best tight end. Give me flack. I know people come at me, but he is the best blocking tight end. And if you put him out into the field, no one can guard him. No one. Yeah. That dude's a beast.
Well, I think when you're talking about purely like passing it, like I mean Bowers to me is already like he's gonna be really good.
Yeah, but it's just I just think like all around though is Kittle.
Full game, yeah, all around.
Yeah, full game, yeah, full football player, tight end.
McBride struggles a little bit with blocking at this point too, doesn't he? I could be wrong. I think McBride struggles a little bit with blocking.
Yes, yes, it is. He's more of like a receiving tight end, like
Laporta. Kittle thirsts for it.
Oh, Kittle thrives. He wants to block.
He
gets mad if he's not on run plays. So
let me hit you, bro. Let me hit you. Bro. Yeah, so that was weird. The Bears pick was weird. I also thought the Panthers. I liked it. You know, go get Bryce Young more weapons, but at some point you're going to start building a D.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Bryce Young needs that confidence. Like, hey, this team believes in me, so they're going to get me with some weapons. And like, who did he have last year? Deontay Johnson for half the season. Like that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And Adam Thielen, like a 40-year-old Adam Thielen. And so I think it's the team is sending him a message like, we believe in you, so we're going to go get someone who can, you know, help you produce more and evolve as a quarterback.
Right. Which
I think that'll pay dividends. And then next year or at the trade deadline, go get a defense. They're probably not going to make the playoffs this year, but they may compete, potentially sneak in. But they know their expectations. Like they're being real with themselves.
Right.
But Bryce Young, that's where they need to focus on right now because he took such a step forward last year. He needs to continue to do that and evolve. So I liked it.
Right.
I liked it.
Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. Commanders got their boys some help. I love it. Showing these guys you're bought in. McMillan fans everywhere were weeping. Mitchie was weeping when they made that wide receiver pick.
Yep.
That was not great. And then obviously, you know, the Sanders thing. I mean,
it was great drama.
Was the fifth a little bit too low? Probably. But again,
it was.
Look at everybody who's demanded this sort of attention. Everyone who's been that guy that everybody was looking at and had all the storylines and everything, whether like I threw out a couple names earlier, it's never going to go your way. It's never going to go your way. So.
Yeah, I know, man. It's crazy. I love it. The drama was there. That's what you got to love. NFL always brings the drama.
Drama was there. The drama, I mean, it was probably more prevalent in your household still with everything going on, but in the sports world, it was still going on.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. Baby fever, bro. We love it. Yeah.
They are sleeping so much more than you. The players that complain about having to play on every other day with like flights when they're like, oh, we need an off day. Like the NBA still does it. The NHL doesn't. The NHL is every other day, whether you're traveling or not.
Yep.
The NBA getting 2 days off. I'm like, what is this? This dude's over here running on an hour of sleep. What are we doing?
It's all good. It makes you appreciate the small things in life, you know? It's like this. You don't podcasting with you, bro.
Right, you don't even know the small things are right now. You're like, you're here, but oh man, part of you is already in bed. I already know it. Part of you is like, oh, that pillow. I can't even wait for that pillow right now. Pillow's gonna be amazing,
bro.
Is it special kind of tired when it's like, husband, all you want to do is go to sleep. Like, don't even look at me, baby.
It feels so great. Yeah, I'm going to sleep. She's already asleep right now, so
I just gotta whoop. Don't worry me up. It was go on my side. That's your side. You stay away. It's me and my pillow.
Exactly, bro.
I'm exhausted.
We're on that point right now. It's all good.
We are going through it.
Yeah, man.
Big
Classic
Z.
Dads, man. We're just being dads.
Classic dads. This has been fun. This is your new look for the Brevity Dads. We are going to let you into our lives for the first half at the very least. We'll talk about sports if there's anything to talk about. Sometimes we might just talk dad stuff. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We're the Brevity Dads. Big Z, say bye to the people.
People, it's good to be back. We missed you guys. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. Please talk to us. We'd love to hear your guys' experiences or best practices or whatever it is, because we're still going through it. We are still learning every day too. So thank you guys. Have a good week.
Oh yeah. Do not take this as we are experts. That is not what this is.
We're just talking. We're just bros talking about being dads.
So you could bring into this thing. Like some of you like Star Wars over Lord of the Rings. It's real weird. Love you guys. Everybody should have a great night, great week, great weekend. You're amazing. Tell your friends we're Brevity Dads. And actually our name makes sense now because we are now condensing a week's worth of stuff into about an hour. So our name finally locks in. And
we did it. It took a while, but we took a couple of years, but we did it.
Have fun, everybody. Love you. We'll see you next week.